Hello everyone, this is Sharing Creations by Carrie. It's Carrie. Hope you're all doing well. I am hoping that I have figured out the black side on my videos. Excuse me. Um, I think it's how I'm uploading. So I'm hopeful that that is the solution. I hope that helps with the volume. I'm gonna try to talk louder for the ones that are saying that my volume is still low. Some say it's better, some say it isn't. So I'm hoping the way that I upload will make the difference. Let's just say I'm hopeful. Um, and update, I have a phone interview for that job I applied for. So hopefully before Christmas I will be working. And then I can get back into halls and get some bills paid. Last night I made some elements for my junk journal and I made a card. So here's some of the pieces that I made. Maybe I should bring it down, I think. But I did some layering with some pieces. I started off by just cutting out tags. And I had pieces that I had to refresh myself with by going back through all my stuff. Because I bought so much that I'm going to do some more junk journaling because I've probably made 100 cards, if not more. And so I think I want to do a little bit more junk journaling. My style of junk journaling. This may not be your style. It's non-traditional. Um, so maybe you can take some elements from it and use those. But I need to use some of this stuff because the more I dig into it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, I thought that. Totally forgot about that. And trying to use the elements that I have together. That has been where I'm kind of all over the place. But I think I got a little bit of a groove last night. Um, I didn't do any of the um, inking the edges. I'm still on the fence if I want to ink the edges of any of this, but I still may. So when I do something, sometimes I add to it after the fact. So this is one of the things that I may be doing is adding afterwards. I took a little piece of that new unusual paper fabric that I got in my last haul. I dug out one of those junk journal kits, found this paper. I bought this paper probably 4 months ago, and this came out of another kit. This came out of the washi tape sticker book, and this was the backing of the paper to the leather I bought to cover my junk journal. And I embossed the front piece. Well, this was the paper on the back, so I was like, let's use that too. So there's that piece. And then I have these two that I did. I had this tag die that had 3 pockets, and I had yet to cut out anything with it. And I was like, really? There's a couple of dies that I have that I need to use, but I'm getting there. But I just cut the tag out and then just added a sticker in here with a tag. And the funny thing is some of this is like voodoo tags. It looks like I made a mistake or something. And that's okay because I can still write on these. And just put a little piece on there. Put a stamp washi sticker over there. Put some string, some ribbon, and some yarn. And then this oval is part of that die set, I think. Yeah. And then just layered up a washi sticker, stamp, and a washi butterfly. I didn't like how it looked off the paper, so I just kept it on the paper, the backing sticker paper, and glued it down. And then I put a couple of those diamond painting pieces to look like um, those pins that you run through, like grommets with their solid head to them. And then this one pretty much did the same thing. Got this out of the sticker book, the washi sticker book. Got this out of the set. Um, it fell out. I found it. It was sitting on the shelf, so I just grabbed it and tucked it in. Um, there's a tag, and I just put a thicker cardstock piece from one of the kits. This was another um, tag die, and just tuck that in there. And have this die, this tag, and I just cut this. This is from the washi book, sticker book. Put a ribbon on it, put a piece of yarn on that, put a washi sticker on this tag. And this is another tag die that I have. And these two dies are tags. I wasn't sure what to do with yet, so I just kind of stuck them in there because I kind of got tired and I got stuck. And even like this tag, it's messed up. It was a scrap piece of paper. I can still write on it. I can clean it up too. But sneak it right in that pocket, and the word grace shows. And so I thought this would be fun in my junk journal. They're not going to be on the same page. I'm going to try to coordinate more around each of these in the adjoining page, and then do them separately so they're not seen at the same time. Because anytime I open my book, I want the two pages to coordinate with each other. And they have some elements that are the same, but the color combination is different. Where this one's more tea stained and this one's not. So there won't be a whole lot of tea stained pages and elements to this one. And then this ribbon's getting messed up here. This one will have tea stained papers and elements around it on both pages when you open it. There's those. And probably should take everything out so you can actually see the die that's in here. And it's got the three slots, and you just glue them around the outer edge. You don't glue here, here, but you do here. and then just little flaps so that you can make it. And I save the flaps from the openings because there's a good chance I could use those somewhere else. I have a hard time letting go of my straps. One of the things that I did do is I organized my straps, and I have two separate containers, and each compartment has a place for a certain type of paper. So my OCD certainly came out there, and then I added the diamond pieces to it. And then I kind of went on a bender with this one. Oops, if you saw both those, sorry, hope you saw both of them. Not sure they were in frame. I'm sorry if they weren't. But this one ended up being, I started from, I can't even tell now if it's the thing. And there's so much piled up on it. But there's a tag that can also be a bag topper. There's another name for it. Yeah, like you fold it down the middle, and then you put or you cut it down the middle, and you attach the packaging baggie, and then you glue them together, something like that. But they have the slots like if they hung on a hook, like a packaging hook. Here's my package of tags. So I thought, ooh, that's a twofer. I can use it as a tag, and I can use it as a bag topper if I need to. Because one of these days I'd like to join a swap. And that's very much a part of swap. Right now I'm not even going in because I need to build up my skill set. But eventually I'd like to join swap. But there's a lot going on here. I have some leaf dies that I cut out. I took some ribbon and there's a white one back here. I looped them, tried to glue them down. The glue was not liking the ribbon. Did not have the patience. So I stuck some glue and some 3D tape or foam tape under there to raise it up, and then raised up the butterfly, raised up this tag, raised up this bird, um, added some bling, and I got this, this bird, this flower bunch, all from the washi tape stickers. And granted, your junk journals are usually not got foam tape behind it, but it was kind of like a practice for me for a swap too. Like a lot of things that people do is layering, so it's kind of a little bit of a practice. And that's also my junk journal. I don't care if it's fat. It doesn't matter to me if it gets chunky. It happens. Like I said, my junk journal is non-traditional, so um, and then this is a piece of that fabric. Um, my last haul, where it looks like it's embroidery thread. Grab a little piece of the washi vellum that was in that pack, um, and then grab some paper from this really huge paper pack box of paper that I got. Um, I wasn't gonna add these papers to it, but then when I was reading this, and I grabbed this because the birds, I think like the birds singing, and they make music. So then I thought I would add a music page to it. And there's a little bit of, there's, I tried to find the lightest keyframe one I could find. I don't know if I'm gonna add any tea stain to or blending on the edges of anything. Um, I kind of like the way it is. I also like it without this paper too. I think it's rather pretty without this paper too. So not set in stone that I'm gonna use these two pages, but I thought it added some interest by adding these papers. Try to corral how busy the piece is. Try to calm it down. Although that's not my style to calm anything down. But anyway, I like how this turned out. I think it's super pretty. Oops, sorry. So that will be going into my junk journal. And then I watched Gina K, and I tell you, it was probably one of my best episodes watching her because she did something that I have done on camera that I know a lot of people have done it. Is she was doing a shaker card and it went south. She hit the card and her shaker kind of popped, ended up on her 3D tape. She was sitting there picking it off, and I was like, oh my goodness, I am so glad I'm not the only one that happens to. And she's not a rookie. And I had commented, I thought I was the only one that something like that happened to. And sure enough, it has happened to her. And she's like, she responded back with saying, nope, you're not the only one. I appreciated seeing because every time I see one of her videos, everything goes like flawless. Like, it, I know she's really experienced, but you gotta have an off day sometimes. I appreciated the fact that she had an off day and didn't hide it. She laughed about it, and it was nice to see. But her idea was she was making a tag shaker, and hers definitely looks different than mine. Um, this is holographic. Um, her tag had the sentiment going across, and she had the tag holes. I decided not to do the tag hole. I decided to just do the tag. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I wanted to use the paper in the back, which is the background paper that I made the other day. And I got the idea of, from her, is putting the item on the outside, not on the inside, and letting the shaker stuff shake on its own. And the other tip that she gave me was along the foam on the inside is coloring all of that. So when you look in here, you don't see the white tape or the white foam tape. And she said, do around the outside too, so that it's not stark white. And I was like, I thought I did that once before, or I tried to do it, but apparently I forgot about that technique. So I think there's the snowflake one. I think I'm gonna go, no, not the snowflake one. Yeah, the snowflake shaker card that I did. I can't remember what I did. I think it was white. But I'm gonna try to remember that anytime I do a shaker card, that I do color the foam. And I didn't use any E6000 on this. Should put it in there. But I did two types of light glitter. The little triangle red holographics, and then the little silver star holographics. So it doesn't make a lot of noise. So this one's actually a quiet one. And then it'll all settle to the bottom, and you'll still see the pile at the bottom until you shake it. And you see all the bling and the glitter, and nothing's falling out. It didn't even use E6000 this time. No, it's like B7000 or something like that. It's confusing. Which is why there's a yellow tint to it, whereas E6000 does not have a yellow tint when it dries. So that, that stuff's a little sketchy. But then I had taken, this is packaging. I ordered something and it ended up having this for a backing inside the package, and I saved it. So I was like, let me just use that. And then this silver string is actually ribbon wire, and I looped it through the hole. The hardest part was trying to line up the die, because it's two dies that make the frame. So I took the biggest one, and then I took the next one down, and I had to set it inside of it and tape it, and then die cut it. So that was hard trying to get it to be perfect. And it's not. This side's wider than this side, but it's so hard to do that. I tried so hard. So that was tough. And then trying to get these strings to stick down. That was the hardest part about this whole card. I took my time, I was careful, so I didn't have any accident with my shaker stuff. Looks like all my alignment was good, but it looks like it's slightly off. That's okay. It's not off by a lot. But I think it's interesting. I mean, I added some bling. I added the diamond look on the red, and then added the red on the silver. So they both on top. And actually, I don't think it's totally dry yet. It's not been that long since I finished it. But I was like, oh, I need to do a video so I can test to see if I figured out the technical difficulties. So this is the card that I ended up making, so it wasn't just junk journal stuff that you would see, that I could actually give you some substance, maybe. um, I don't know if I'm going to do any crafting and uploading tonight. I may, depends on what I get inspired by. Idea pops in my head and that's what happens. So I want to try to get as many projects I can before I start working. Hopefully I get this job because it's 30 days, 12-hour shifts, and then one of the days you're alternating every other week. So there's gonna be like 4 days I have no sleep. So at least it wouldn't be spread out. It's 3 consecutive days, so I'm gonna be tired, but at least I won't be tired the entire week, although I'm always tired. Anyways, if you like what you see and you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And if you like what you've seen in this video, hit the like. And thanks for watching. Hopefully everything is all done and set. Fingers crossed. Praise God with me. This is the fix. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye.